If it's your story, you're the one that has to tell it. And I remember that just being such a, an eye-opening moment of course we are actually autobiographers as composers. We're kind of just able to tell our story. And I then started to think about, well, maybe I do have an interesting story to tell, and maybe I can think about the most interesting way to say it. This is the moment that I found my voice. When I was an undergraduate student at Indiana, there were guests that came in and spoke to the big group of composers. And these were very serious affairs. And every great school and every sort of level, there's always a lot of interest in who's coming to visit. And so that there's often a lot of posturing that goes on in this sort of public way, that graduate students will ask very serious questions or make very serious statements or, sort of be provocative. And these moments, to me, were, especially when I was younger, they were very intimidating. That a composer would kind of have to go in front of this kind of firing line of 20-somethings. I started, as I got further on in undergraduate, I started to feel more and more lost, that I feel like, well, I often feel very vulnerable when I'm writing music, or I feel confused about why I'm doing this, or confused about what I'm supposed to be doing, or, there wasn't I didn't always feel like there was a lot of room to ask questions when I was in school. And there was a composer who came, a wonderful American composer, Libby Larsen, and she gave one of these talks, one of these, guest lectures, and she just said it so simply when she came in, and she said, well, everyone has their own story to tell, and I'm pretty sure that no one can possibly tell it better than you can. And it became a kind of mantra, and I feel so lucky to have heard her say that in a way that probably was a little bit off the cuff. But I think of those words a lot, that we are the only ones that can tell our story.